Last spring, I found this pair of shoes at a thrift store. They were $12, they fit perfectly, they were super comfortable, so I decided they would be my hiking shoes for the summer. And I also had this plan that I would take a picture of them every day throughout the spring and summer as they wore down, and then at the end of the summer, put them into a video montage that looked something like this. Wait, what? What happened to the rest of the summer? And why did my shoelaces change after just a week? So we'll talk about the laces first. Normally when I'm out backpacking or camping, I just leave my shoes under the tent vestibule at night. I've never had a problem with it before this incident on the AT, but I woke up one morning and my shoelaces had been chewed on and they were severely frayed, presumably by a mouse. And I was talking to someone about this and they said they heard of a deer walking off with someone's shoes once because the deer liked the salt on the shoes and took them away to lick off the salt. So if you're like me and you're used to hiking in more remote wilderness areas, you have to adjust your thinking a little bit. There's a lot more animals around that know where the humans will be. And what you'll find especially is that there are a lot of mice. You might want to consider protecting your shoes from mice or animals. I'll at least tie them to a stake or something or somehow secure them so that a deer doesn't walk off with my shoes, because that would be pretty terrible. So the other question, what happened to my shoes? Why didn't they last more than a couple weeks? The answer actually needs a backstory about my camp shoes. So a lot of people will bring a pair of lightweight flip-flops or clogs or whatever to wear around camp in the evening after they've taken their hiking shoes off. I had brought a pair of flip-flops and they got really slippery when they were wet. And one night when it was rainy, I went out to go to the bathroom. I slipped, got a stick wedged under the toenail of my big toe. So the lesson I've learned, this time I'm going to take a pair of Crocs with me because they provide more foot protection. So I had this stick under my toenail, I pulled it out. Nathan and I did what we could with a pair of tweezers and a safety pin and nail clippers to try to clean it out as best we could. And I have a pretty high physical pain tolerance, but we still couldn't clean it out properly. And it still got very severely infected. So I ended up having to go into a town. A doctor prescribed me antibiotics. He numbed my toe, which was actually the most painful thing I've ever experienced, I think. Just a shot of lidocaine directly under the toenail after it was already so swollen was awful, but it numbed it enough so that the doctor could actually cut back my toenail and get in there and clean it out. So my toe was so swollen and I was supposed to take several days off from hiking and I didn't. So instead I cut a big hole in my shoes where my toe was just to accommodate the swollen, enlarged toe. Probably not the best decision, don't always follow my lead, but I did hike on it for a few more days, and the third day out hiking on it, the last couple hours of the day, I was just sobbing. Like, it was in so much pain. But the infection went down, so that's good. It's just very painful. But one thing that I did learn about, hiker's wool, which I had never heard of, and now I am completely sold on it and completely in love with it. It's lamb's wool that you put between your skin and your sock. You don't tape it down or anything, you just kind of let it bind to the fabric of the sock and it stays in place. It provides cushioning and causes there to be less friction on that area. So it really did help take the edge off, having some lamb's wool stuck around there. And you can also use this on blisters, I learned. So you can just put it in your sock wherever you're starting to get like a little bit of a hot spot. I'm not going to hike again without that. Like, I've tried using moleskin, doesn't seem to work that well. KT tape is probably the best thing that I found for taping on your blisters if you want to just put something over them. But my favorite so far has been the hiker's wool. So I'm not an expert at foot care, but I had way too many events surrounding my feet last time I was on the trail. And really take care of your feet and make sure what you have works for you. Thank you for watching. Please like or subscribe to my channel, and you can look forward to more videos about my adventures.